Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention today. We all want to succeed in life, right? But the truth is, success isn't just about knowledge or skills. It's about wisdom. Wisdom shapes the way we think, the way we make decisions, and ultimately the way we live. Without it, no matter how much you know, you will still find yourself in places you don't want to be. But here's the harsh reality. There are many of us who walk through life oblivious to the wisdom we are lacking. We often mistake intelligence for wisdom, and in doing so, we fail to realize that there are certain behaviors, certain signs that can identify a person who lacks the wisdom to lead a productive, prosperous life. Today, I want to talk about 6 signs of a foolish person. These aren't just traits you read about in books. These are the behaviors we see every day in people who are stuck in their own ignorance, unable to move forward. If you recognize these traits in yourself or others, understand that it's not too late to change. Wisdom is available to anyone who seeks it with an open heart. But first, we must understand the signs of foolishness so that we can avoid them. One of the first signs of a foolish person is their refusal to learn from past mistakes. You know these people. They keep making the same errors over and over, as if they are trapped in a cycle of ignorance. They are blind to the lessons that life is trying to teach them. Real wisdom comes not from avoiding mistakes, but from learning from them. If you find yourself or others repeating the same actions and expecting different results, you are walking in foolishness. Life has a way of speaking to you through experiences, but only those who are humble enough to listen and adjust can truly grow. Let me tell you a story. I once knew a man who, after several failed business ventures, continued to throw money into the same risky ventures. He didn't analyze what went wrong. He didn't learn from his previous failures. He just kept hoping that the next time would be different. But every time he was disappointed. He failed because he refused to learn the lessons that experience was trying to offer him. A wise person seeks insight from their past and then adapts. A fool repeats their errors. Another sign of foolishness is the inability to take responsibility for one's own actions. We live in a world where people love to blame others. The foolish person finds every excuse to point fingers, be it their parents, their education, or the economy. But here's the truth. No one can make you fail except you. In the story of your life, you are the author. If the story isn't turning out the way you want it, don't blame the circumstances. Don't blame others. Change your narrative. Take full responsibility for your choices, because true growth only comes from owning your actions and their consequences. I remember a young woman I met who always blamed her parents for her lack of success. If only they had pushed me harder, she would say. Yet, as we spoke more, I realized she had never even tried to pursue the things she wanted. She was holding herself back. And until she took responsibility for her own life, nothing was going to change. Second, 3, a person who seeks validation from the wrong sources. The foolish person constantly seeks validation from others. Their decisions, their actions, their very worth is tied to the opinions of those around them. They live for likes, for comments, for applause. They sacrifice their authenticity for the approval of others. But here's the painful truth. When you live for the validation of others, you'll never be truly happy. You'll spend your life trying to please people who don't even know what you need to feel fulfilled. Success in life comes when you validate yourself first. When you become confident in who you are, regardless of external opinions. Think of the countless people who remain stuck in dead-end jobs or unhealthy relationships simply because they're afraid of what others might think if they take a different path. They allow the voices of others to drown out their own inner wisdom. The foolish person looks outward for approval, while the wise person looks inward to see their own worth. A foolish person is afraid to change. Change brings discomfort, and discomfort brings growth. The foolish person fears what is new, what is unknown, and they hold on to the past, even if that past is holding them back. Take a look at the technology industry. Those who are unwilling to adapt to new technologies are left behind. It's the same in life. If you hold on to outdated methods of thinking, if you're stuck in your old ways, you'll find that the world will pass you by. Don't let fear paralyze you. Embrace change. Embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. A wise person knows that nothing stays the same. They welcome change because they know it is the path to a better version of themselves. Many people fear failure so much that they never try at all. But here's the truth that no one tells you. Failure is not the end of the road. It's part of the process. Every successful person has failed at some point. It's the only way we grow. The foolish person fears failure, but the wise person knows that failure is simply a stepping stone to success. It is through failure that we learn. The more we fail, the more we understand what works and what doesn't. If you are afraid of failure, you are really afraid of success. The best things in life don't come from playing it safe. They come from taking risks, from daring to fail and then rising again. I know a man who failed his first few attempts at starting a business. But rather than seeing his failures as the end, he saw them as lessons. He used each failure as a building block. And today he is the proud owner of a successful multi-million-dollar company. Finally, the foolish person is short-sighted. They focus only on what is right in front of them. They make decisions based on immediate gratification without considering long-term consequences. They live in the now and ignore the future. But life is not about the short term. Life is about understanding the long-term effects of your choices. A wise person knows that every decision, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture of their life. They think beyond today. They think about tomorrow, next year, and the years to come. A man I once met started spending all his savings on luxury items. He lived for today, indulging in the now without considering what his future would look like. Several years later, when he faced unexpected financial challenges, he was unprepared. He had no investments, no savings, and no security. And the wise person plans ahead, sees the bigger picture, and makes decisions that will ensure their future is secure. These are the signs of a foolish person, refusing to learn from experience, refusing to take responsibility, seeking validation from the wrong sources, fearing change, fearing failure, and being short-sighted. The good news is that wisdom is available to us all. The key is awareness. Once you understand these signs, you can change. The wisdom you seek is within you, waiting to be nurtured. It begins by taking responsibility for your life, embracing change, learning from failure, and always seeking the bigger picture. Let today be the day you make a commitment to walk in wisdom. It's time to leave behind foolishness and step into the greatness that is yours for the taking. Thank you.